Traveling down a dusty road, going to meet my friends, heading for the movies right around the bend. Looking for a good time, looking for what's real, knowing that a good time is the thing that's real. It's the real thing. Coke intermission is the time, refreshments and my friends, knowing all along that's where it all begins. Looking for a good time, looking for what's real, knowing that a good time is the thing that's real. It's the thing that's real. Especially when it's Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. Yes, Coke is the good time real thing. It's the real thing.
It tastes so good, it smells good, and what's gooder, it is so good. Popcorn, popcorn, everyone for popcorn.
Do it now. Pop out for a big box of fresh, delicious popcorn. It tastes good, and it's good for you.
Popcorn, popcorn, everyone for popcorn. Let's all pop out for popcorn.
Every time I have a date, there's only one place to go. That's to the drive-in. It's such a groovy place to talk and maybe watch a show down at the drive-in. Forget about the plot, it'll do very well, but make sure you see enough so you're prepared to tell about the drive-in. I love the drive-in. If the windows get fogged, you'll have to take a breath down at the drive-in. Oh, the cat dressed in white will scare you both to death down at the drive-in. A big buttered popcorn in an extra large tub, a few chili dogs, and man, I'm going broke down at the drive-in. Yeah, at the drive-in. Don't sneak your buddies in the trunk, cause they might get caught while they're driving. And they look kinda stupid getting chased through the lot around the drive-in. If you say you watch the movie, you're a couple of liars. And remember, you can prevent those fires down at the drive-in. I love the drive-in. Down at the drive-in. I love the drive-in.
The drive-in movie theater. For many of us today, we may consider them as a relic, an entertainment that has been overtaken by the traditional movie theater, which in and of itself is being taken over by at-home viewing and streaming. However, there are still others who remember the drive-in and what it meant for them. In honor of the glory days, let's dive into the rise and fall of the American drive-in cinema.
3-minute flicks. Entertaining, educating, and enlightening.
The drive-in theater was the brainchild of one man and his desire to grant his mother the most optimal viewing experience, Mr. Richard Hollingshead. Hollingshead was a manager at his father's auto parts company. But beyond that, he was an avid movie fan. In an effort to share this hobby with his mother, who struggled to find comfort in traditional movie theater seats, Hollingshead stumbled upon the idea to create a theater of sorts at his own home. Through many weeks of experimentation with different layouts, he mounted a Kodak projector to the hood of his car, hung 2 sheets together between trees in the yard, and placed a radio behind it all for sound. The idea was received so well by his family and friends that he sought to expand upon it. Extensive trial and error would eventually result in the creation of ideal spacing between cars, speakers, screen, and projector. Finally, Hollingshead had a completed vision in hand. Hollingshead filed for the patent in May of 1933 and opened America's first drive-in movie theater in Camden, New Jersey the next month. With an initial investment of $30,000, the Automobile Movie Theater was born. Customers would arrive in their automobiles/theater seats and would pay 25 cents per vehicle and 25 cents per person in the car, but the payment would cap out at $1. For reference, that would mean that if a family was paying $1 to get in, that would amount to roughly $21 today, accounting for inflation. Considering movie tickets can be nearly that much per person today, it really wasn't a bad deal at all. Which may be a leading factor in the fact that Hollingshead never actually made a profit with the theater. Now, whether or not the original made a profit, the idea turned out to be a hit, and by 1940, over 20 drive-ins had opened across America. Eventually in 1950, Hollinghead's patent was overturned and copycat drive-ins no longer had to pay royalties for using his idea, which means exactly what you might expect. The amount of drive-ins exploded exponentially. Despite the rapid growth in both volume and technological advancement, many factors would eventually bring the industry to a halt. Between daylight savings time pushing back movie start times, the growth of VHS, and the explosion of city development, it eventually would make more sense to just sell the lot and move away from the industry entirely. While they may not be as common today, over 300 drive-in theaters still exist in the US, inviting patrons back for a glimpse of a classic American cinema experience. Hey, if you've made it this far, you're probably someone who thinks drive-in theaters are interesting and maybe you want to check out similar content. If that's the case, check out our sister channel, Memories of the Drive-In, where you can find an expanded history of the drive-in movie theater, and even check out some recently rediscovered authentic footage and audio shows from the golden age of drive-in cinema. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you around for future episodes.